Hey everybody, my name is Karima and I am powered by Power. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't, please hit that little subscribe button right at the bottom of this video and make sure you get updated every time I upload a new video. This is going to be short and sweet because I had a plan to upload a video about journaling, which I will do eventually, but it just didn't feel right. In the midst of everything going on in the world, I'm just like, I'm really gonna upload a video about journaling and not talk about like how this is affecting me and how, like, if I already said that this is about to be a space where I vent and I let things out and I tell you guys what's on my mind and entertain conversations to like see where your head is at and like talk this talk and walk this walk. I can't not say how I'm feeling right now. So we are in the middle of a pandemic. We are in the middle of history right now being made, and I know that this is not going to be forever. I'm not when the talks first started coming about this coronavirus, and I would hear kids in the hallway talk about it like early January, late January. It was just like maybe every other week I would hear something about this thing, right? Then February break came. I went on my trip. Nothing. It was like no fear. No, it wasn't as big. And then all of a sudden, it was like, bam, coronavirus hit New York, and I'm just like, okay. And I don't watch the news. Don't shame me. Don't judge me. I don't like the news. It's depressing. I feel like if I want to know what's going on in the world, I will like read an article, or if there's something big happening, I'll read about it if I feel like it, but I just don't like to put myself around all these negative like talks. Like I'm a huge proponent on like what you feed yourself with is essential to what comes out. And I'm just like, ain't nobody got time for that negativity. There's too much other things on my mind, too many things that I'm dealing with to be watching all this negative, like, just I don't do the news. So when talk really started happening the week before, we had this like whole shutdown. So last week was our first like full week of teaching from home. We're trying to figure out how to teach from home. The week before that, we had Monday through Thursday. Friday was already a scheduled wellness day in our schedule. I'm a teacher, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my schedule for work, right? So we had a Friday scheduled to be off anyway because March is one of those months where it's just really, really long. It's no breaks, and with this new schedule that leadership implemented, they implemented a certain amount of days for wellness, like just to no teaching, just worry about yourself, self-care, all of that good stuff, right? So Monday, everybody's talking about it. Tuesday, everybody's talking about it. Every room I walked into, everybody's talking about this daggone virus. And I'm just like, all right, I'm over it. I was over it before I even like started teaching from home. Like before they was like, okay, everything is shut down. I was over it. So Thursday came around. Friday, mind you, is a wellness day. We don't have to work. So people are like, yeah, I really think that we're going to be off for 2 weeks. I really think we're going to be off for 2 weeks. Other people's like, they're not going to shut down. I'm just like, all right, let me just plan just in case, because I wasn't talking to my kids about it. I would talk to them one-on-one in like tutoring, but I wasn't wasting class time talking about it because I teach AP Calculus and I teach geometry. So there's a lot that we have to do and we have to get done in this short amount of time. So I don't really have the space or the time that I would like to talk about certain things. In AP Calc, yes, because that is a double block, so I do take time to talk about certain things, but I just didn't want to give this thing too much like attention because the media was already doing that, you know? So Thursday comes, I'm like, all right, y'all, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but let me hear what you got to say. I'll get like 3 volunteers to speak up to see where your heads are at. And let's just write our names and numbers on this paper. Most of y'all have y'all numbers, but some of y'all I still don't. So write your names and numbers on this paper just in case, just to plan for whatever happens. I don't know what's happening. I'm not saying we're going to be closed, but just in case. Friday, we're not coming here tomorrow, so let me just get your numbers, right? The kids said how they felt about it. Then geometry, I did the same thing because I teach AP Calc in the morning. I teach that second and third period. It's a double block. And then I teach 7th and 8th 2 sections of regular geometry. And I get home that day and I'm like, okay, God, I don't know what's gonna happen, but whatever happens, I just need you to like give me the ability to stay productive, to stay positive through everything. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this thing is spreading. Like, I don't really want to like do too much talking about it with people because everybody has their own opinion. I just need to find out what this thing is, how is it going to affect me, and just move from there. Like, when I tell y'all, I legit prayed for time. Like, I've been praying, that's been my prayer for like a good month now. Like, starting this YouTube page, wanting to brand my business, wanting to like hear what God wants me to do with this. I didn't have enough time with teaching AP Calc. I was at work till 7 o'clock almost every day because I would tutor until 4:30 for Geo, then 4:30 to 6 I would tutor for AP Calc, and then from 6 to 7 I would have time to like for myself because throughout the day I had no time. First period I'm preparing for second period, second, third I'm teaching, fourth and fifth I'm watching the other AP teacher teach so that I can like prepare my lesson for the next day. Sixth period was kind of like my lunch period, so that was like the only downtime I had. But during that period, I was making sure that I was getting ready for seventh period. Seventh and eighth period, I teach. Then right after eighth period, I'm tutoring until 4:30, and then after 4:30, once 4:30 is there, my AP Calc kids like, okay, now I'm all in like till 6 o'clock. Like when I tell y'all this was every day, and then finally I'm like, okay, I have to make sure everything is ready for tomorrow. I have to make sure I get this, like things were piling up on my desk. I had to like try to limit the piles of papers that I had to grade. It was a lot. So when I tell you that my prayer was, God, there needs to be more hours in the day, because I would get home and still want like time for myself, like still want to feel normal and feel like I'm not just a teacher. So I would never bring work home. And I'm just like, I need more time. And God was just like, all right, here's coronavirus. It's not funny. It's not funny because this is a pandemic. It is affecting lots and lots of people. And it is something serious, you know, especially for those who already have things that are going, like their health is already compromised, right? This thing can really affect them. But if you're healthy, if you're eating right, if you're already have like a good immune system and you happen to get coronavirus, like you're going to be sick for a while, but the more healthier you are, like the quicker it'll pass. And once it passes, like you're good. You're not going to get it again. It's just like the reason why it's so big in the media is to kind of like limit the spread of it. But it's gonna spread, it's gonna do what it's gonna do, because people don't listen anyway. Like people are still out, people are still meeting, people are still congregating, me myself included. Like just yesterday I went all the way to Staten Island for a women's conference, like, and it was dope, and I needed that human contact because I was in the house by myself for a whole week, and I'm about to be in the house for I don't even know how many weeks I got by myself, you know? So I had to have that contact real quick just to like see what God wanted to say to me and prepare my mind for this like stretch of weeks that I'm about to really be dolo in the house. Like, yo, what is really about to happen? But I say all that to say, I didn't want to just not say anything or not let you guys know how I've been feeling or not let you know like where my head is at. And I really want to know where your head is at. Hit me up. You can comment down below. You can comment on my social media. If you have not followed me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. Just let's have a dialogue. Let's talk about like where your head is at. If you're a Christian especially, I want to hear like where your thoughts are at, because for me it's just like, okay, I do believe that God is really trying to slow us down so that we can hear what he has to say, so that we can really figure out a plan that we can to implement in our lives, how we can uplift the kingdom, how we can rebuild the kingdom. I want to make God just as contagious as Corona, if not more. Like, why is it that his mighty dunamis power is not being spread on a global basis the way this daggone virus has been spread? Like, that is baffling to me. It's just like, what are we doing? And how are we helping to spread the goodness of God? How are we helping to really like figure out what our place is in the body so that we can function, that we can really like be out here spreading the goodness of God and not making people sick. Like what can we do to spread positivity, to spread goodness, to spread love, to spread peace, to spread just joy and happiness? Like where's that in the media? Like where's that? Like why is that missing? Why isn't God and Jesus and those words and hit like all of the names that he has, why isn't that being broadcasted on your screens 24/7 on CNN? Like, come on. Like, I'm tired of living in this life where God is not being broadcasted the way he should. He's not being spread. He's not as contagious as he should. And it's because a lot of people are not talking about him. And I just want to continue to talk about the goodness of God in every arena, every platform. I want my life to be like, yo, like, I'm not just talking. Like, I don't want to just talk no more. Like, I want to really live this thing out and really make a change and really, like, start being contagious with it. Like, I don't want to worry about the numbers because that can be discouraging. I don't want to worry about, like, just starting out and beginning and not having, like, this mega platform. No, like, I want to do my part to begin to affect change and infiltrate spaces that I never infiltrated before because I never had a YouTube channel, or I never made my Instagram public, or let me relax because I can get passionate. And this is like one of those first videos where you're going to really see like the passion that I have to get God and Jesus in his name. Like, just start saying that. Like, start saying God, start saying Jesus, and let people know, like, yo, who is that? Who is that? What do you mean? Like, I know, like, who God is, obviously. I know who Jesus is, obviously. And everybody has their own religions, but, like, we don't say his name enough. Jesus, like, we don't say his name enough. Why is that? And what is the fear behind that? Like, what is the stigma that Christians have to not, like, live out loud and live bold? Like, I want to be bold. I really just want to be bold. The same way the media is being bold about all this. I'm not going to say nonsense because it's not nonsense. But why can't Jesus be widespread? Why? He made the world, so why we can't spread the gospel? I don't know, man. I just feel like with everything going on, I have to say something. I have to use my platform to say something. And this may not be the best words to say or the most perfect thing to say because I'm not perfect and I'm never going to know exactly what to say. But this is how I feel. This is what's on my heart. And it's just like, this is how it's affecting me. So now I have to kind of like regroup and really like use this time that I prayed for to change some things within me and begin to put it out there again, put it out there and own it. Like, I have to. I cannot drop the ball. Like, God is really about to be watching, like, something serious. And he's just like, okay, you prayed for this. So what you going to do with all this time you got? You asked me for time. Here's the time. What you going to do with it? So I'm figuring it out, y'all. This is not a video to say, oh, this is what I'm going to do, X, Y, and Z. No. I don't have all the answers. I'm figuring it out, and I'm making sure that I'm productive. I'm making sure that I'm consistent. I'm making sure that I keep him in mind, and that with all this time, every hour on the hour, I'm seeking his face. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added. Like, it's just that simple. I'm not going to worry about anything. Like, I'm just going to continue to ask God and have that dialogue with God. Like, go, God, what do you want? What do you want? Right above my mirror, and I think right after this video, I'm going to go clean my room and maybe take a video on that, of like getting my space together. Because right now my living room is where I spend most of my time, and I only go in my room to sleep, really. But I want to have this space in my room also, because my desk is in there as well, to just be comfortable, to feed that energy around me. Like, to just, everything is wherever I look, I don't want to be like, I gotta fix that all the time. No, I just want to live in this space of peace. And a lot of that has to do with how you keep the things around you. Not saying that my house is a mess, because it's not, but I have to just begin to live how I've always wanted to live. And do what I've always wanted to do and just start it and not keep talking about it. So that's where I am. That's what this pandemic has, how it's affecting me, and where my mind is with everything going on. Where's your mind? What are you thinking? How are you maintaining your peace? How are you limiting your fear and increasing your faith? What are you doing to make sure that you're going to be okay? And what are you telling yourself? How are you reiterating that concept, like everything is going to be okay? Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord. And it's just like, if it's not working yet, that means God ain't done. Like, it's going to work together for the good. This pandemic is not good, so to speak. It's not. Except for the fact that we get time to really rest, regroup, rejuvenate, restart, and just figure things out. We have time to just be easy, and so that's where I'm at with this, guys. And I'm going to end this video because I don't want it to be too long. Let me know how you're feeling, okay? Remember that you are powered by power. No pandemic can ever take away your power, okay? So be powered, everyone. Okay, bye-bye. I realized I didn't finish my thought earlier. I have this sign here. Lord, what would you like me to do today? Right above my full-length mirror. Up there is my reference from my last video I'm starting with. And then the man in the mirror. So yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. And hopefully you guys will always ask yourself this question as well.